Y'all not going to believe this. Okay, you can't make this shit up. The corruption that is continuing to go on in the Trump administration is wild. Okay, now Kash Patel is being addressed in regards to giving extra payouts of around $8,000 to a special group of agents that are carrying out his corruption and protecting him, covering up for all of his antics. MSN now has the story. Harry Sisson is giving the story, so I'm gonna let them take over because I can't. Shit's crazy. Watch this.
All right, guys, this is a really big deal that exposes even more corruption within the Trump administration. I would go so far as to say that this is easily one of the biggest scandals of Trump's second term, and that's saying something. There's a new scandal every single day, it feels like, so there's a lot to pick from, but I'd say that this is up there. We're now learning from MS Now and Representative Jamie Raskin that Kash Patel may have a personal slush fund of taxpayer dollars, our money, to pay loyalist agents, according to Representative Raskin. He is now demanding documents from Kash Patel, citing claims that $8,000 payments are being made to agents who carry out unlawful partisan and personal orders. These are kind of orders like, you know, raiding opponents' houses or trying to subpoena text messages for journalists simply because they don't like their reporting, kind of things like that. And it seems like they have an incentive behind the scenes from Kash Patel to do just that. So we're going to get into this reporting, but I want to show you what MS Now had to say about it. This is reporting from Nicole Wallace. They have the scoop. They have the story. So let's hear from them on the details of what we're looking at here, because this is explosive. This is another thing added to the list that we have to investigate when Democrats take back Congress. So just take a look at what Nicole Wallace has to say.
The desire to create a slush fund to reward political loyalists doesn't appear to start and stop with Donald J. Trump. Shocking new reporting by MS Now's Ken Delanian finds that embattled FBI Director Kash Patel stands accused of using more than $1 million in taxpayer funds to reward the FBI agents who went after Patel's enemies and who covered up Kash Patel's misbehavior in office, weakening our nation's chief law enforcement agency in the process. Our Ken Delanian reports this about a letter that ranking member of the House Judiciary Committee, Congressman Jamie Raskin, sent to Kash Patel. It reads, quote, "The letter says the money went to special agents serving on his director's advisory team, which Raskin's letter describes as, quote, a curated group of agents who are willing to carry out your unlawful partisan and personal orders. It went to agents on Patel's security detail, quote, circumventing the mandatory maximum pay caps established by statute. By issuing these side payments, your office may be knowingly breaking the federal law," the letter says. In some cases, nearly 8,000 payments have been made to nearly $8,000 payments have been made to multiple individuals every 2-week pay period, despite many of the beneficiaries of your selective generosity already maxing out on a federal employee's salary. The letter goes on to say it is unclear exactly how much each of the agents has received, but adds this, quote, "We can confirm that numerous loyalist employees have received at least 5 such payments in consecutive pay periods, amounting to nearly $40,000 per agent. We can also confirm you have depleted this reserve at such a frenzied rate that some of the payments have bounced back from exhausted accounts." Here's more from that stunning letter from Congressman Jamie Raskin. Quote, "We know the agents on your director's advisory team, perhaps better known as the Payback Squad, given their reported willingness to pursue political targets and overlook pesky legal obstacles like probable cause, have received a significant amount of these funds. These Payback Squad lieutenants have repaid your corrupt generosity by polygraphing FBI employees, including members of your security detail and information technology personnel suspected of not fully participating in the cover-up of your excessive drinking habits and erratic behavior, such as the famous episode in which you locked yourself out of your computer, panicked, and then told staff and allies that you had been fired. For their part, the agents on your security detail have also witnessed your indiscretions. when joining you on date nights and bro trips alike. It is not clear whether these bonus payments have simply been a corrupt attempt to slide cash to friends, or whether they are also meant to ensure the silence of the agents who witnessed your inebriation and accompanying professional negligence and misconduct. Either way, these freelance awards appear to constitute gross mismanagement of public funds and an abuse of authority by the director's office. The FBI has not responded to MS Now's request for comment on Congressman Raskin's letter, but it is just the latest episode that raises new alarms about Kash Patel's conduct and willingness to upend the FBI.